Hello everyone and a happy new year. I'm Emmanuel, I'm an airline pilot, and today let's start this new episode 2024 by going as realistic as possible in this DHL Airbus A300 from Cologne to Leipzig. And we are not only going to do a quick recap of the best we're getting out of this simulator by the start of 2024, but on this video I'm going to try something a little bit new for this channel, in that I'll not only try to fly the airplane as realistic as possible, but I will try to simulate all the interactions between, the pilots and the ramp agents, air traffic control and everything, all on this video. Now, I am going to do this all myself, so I'll act as pretty much everyone involved in the operation, but I do hope that that is going to give you a little bit of a different perspective in what aviation can be like and in what it is like to fly an airliner on top of just flying the airliner. So, let's head right up. We just arrived at our INI-built A300-600 freighter, and we are going to fly this one from Cologne to Leipzig, as I mentioned. So follow me on the boarding, and we are going to have a great time on this little bit new style of a video over here that I haven't done like this on my channel before. So let's take a seat over here in the captain's seat in our A300, and obviously first thing it's going to be we'll have to turn that electrical power on. So first challenge is actually to even find the battery switches. For that reason, I'm going to start with the external power. Okay then, power is on, wipers off, landing gear lever down, flap levers up in an agreement, reversers are in, fuel levers out, brakes set, weather radar off, and perfect. So let's go ahead and run the APU fire test. It is rather cold here on January the 1st, 2024. So this is going to be a night flight, cool temperatures, real world weather, recording this one straight at night. So we are going to get about as realistic as it will possibly get. Alright then. So, at this point, the pilot would just have come aboard, and we are just doing the basic of powering the airplane up over here, like that. Alright. What I am going to do in this video is I will do a little bit less of explaining and everything, in favor of doing a little bit more of actual, let's call it, actual operations feeling, if you know what I mean. So, if things seem slightly different, don't worry, it's all fine. It's just a little different style we're trying with this video. Okay, so 121855 is gonna be our delivery frequency over here, and that is set up. Okay, very cool. So, let's go ahead and quickly start our flight initialization. So import that from SimBrief, please. And then we are going to have a very quick look down here into the weight and balance. It is going to be the horse stable transport today. So we are going to load that straight up. And for whatever reason it didn't seem to load it in here. That's a very good start. Okay, well, then we can just import it from SimBrief. And we are going to take a little bit extra fuel here. Let's make that 9,000 kilograms. And we can apply that to the airplane, please. Okay, so they can start down here. In the same time, we are going to start our loading through GSX. So that means we gotta open a couple of doors here. So ground equipment, we'll do the cargo door ourselves, but we will open the doors down here. Okay, perfect. And chocks can be in place, and we've got the we've got that stuff done. Perfect. Okay, cool. So our airplane is safe and secure. So let's go ahead and turn on the lights. And we need the door all the way open, please. So that they can start with their loading services down there. Okay. Very cool. So, they're ready to start. In the meantime, we can just quickly take a seat, make sure that we've got sufficient oil quantity on board, which is looking good. But we can see it's slowly decreasing here compared to our previous flights. So, it is indeed just tracking it live over here, just like they advertised. Okay, so oil quantity is looking good. Hydraulic quantity is looking good. And then a quick check of the APU down there is looking good as well. Okay, so let's just go out again and do the outside checks as well while they start loading down here. Okay, loading is in progress. So, the tires are looking good. A little bit hard to see here at night. Then let's move on to the main wheels. They are looking good as well, and the brake wear indicator pins are still here. Very good. Same down here. The pins are a little hard to see, but they're just down here. Then let's just quickly head over to the other side. Looks like I didn't do too bad of a landing yet with this plane. The tires are still okay. But I'm sure we'll eventually get there. Alright. So, everything looking good down here. Let's see, refueling is in progress. With 9 tons selected up here. Perfect. So that's what we need. Okay, cool. So with that, we are looking good down here. Let's go ahead and head straight back up. Our FO can do the rest of the walk around. We just wanted to make sure that we are actually safe for flying. Okay, they're still at work over here. That's fine. Okay, align IRS. Will do in a few moments. Okay, that's a route uplink. Perfect. So that is looking good. And align. We are going to carry some horses today, so that means we will have to be a little bit more careful, because those horses are typically worth more than the entire airplane. Alright, so frequencies and voltages are looking good up here. Very good. So, don't need an APU quite yet. Let's see, fueling is complete. APU fire test is done. Looking good. And the squibs. Also looking good. Right, that stuff is done. Temperature is probably pretty cold in here, but can live with it for now. Okay, so what's the QNH? 1011. Okay, the shocks in the INI builds, just a small note over here, they still do control the brake pressure in here, which is obviously not correct behavior for the actual airplane, but, well, for the sim, I suppose if that means they can hold the airplane in place, that's gotta be fine. Okay, let's recharge that accumulator pressure. Looking good. Okay, fair enough. So, destination elevation is about 400. Let's put that in place. Looks like they're done with the loading of the cargo in the front already. That's very good. That means these guys are good today. I like that. Okay, so 121.855 and then 121.73 is going to be the ground frequency. Like that. TCAS onto above. Number one side is okay, and then we'll go 121.5. And ATIS is going to be 132.130. Here we go. Alright, cool. So that stuff's all done. Rudder trim reset. Weather radar 5 degrees above. The rest is looking good. So let's go ahead and start with our FMS setup. Okay, so cost index today is going to be 50, cruising 230 is correct, and we are the Postman 167. Okay, sit off 1 for left, PODIP 1 Quebec. And Kojak 1 Victor out of Jaga. That stuff's all looking good, just like it should. Okay. Right, and that's our immediate return prepared down there. Then let's go ahead on the init B page. So, zero fuel, 99.7 is estimated today. The fuel of 9,000 kilograms. That's looking good. CG we will insert as soon as we know it. We can use 25 as a placeholder. Alright, cruising optimum, all of that is looking good. And then finally for our fuel figures, let's put those in as well. 0.5, 1.4, and the final is 1.9. Okay, doesn't take that, fair enough. Good enough for me. Okay, 14 left, all the rest is looking good. Hit calculate, 54, 63, 63. Okay, reduction in acceleration is gonna be 1350 each. Like that. Engine out is looking okay. And then we're looking at a V2 163. But the IRS is not aligned yet, so we just gotta wait for that. Okay, so let's grab our departure chart real quick. Cologne, departure. Border 1 Quebec, here it is. So, 096 inbound Charlie Oscar Lima. Suppose we could tune that stuff manually, but we don't really need to. So what we'll do, we'll take Kit in here. Interesting, it's receiving it and tells me not in database. Haven't seen that yet. Okay, well, in that case, give me Cola over here, and that shall be good enough, and then we take KBO. Nothing, not in database. Interesting. Okay, no further comment on that. Alright, IRS alignment has just finished. Then let's pre-select all of that lovely stuff, and then we should be good to go for the departure briefing. Maybe just want to turn the brightness of displays down a bit, because that seems rather extreme to me. Okay. And that is looking just about perfect. Cool. So, with that done, are you ready for the departure briefing? Yeah, I'm ready. Okay then, cool. So, we'll start straight from here. Our takeoff runway is going to be 14 left, and Alpha 5 intersection is good. SID is Podip 1 Quebec, climb of 5,000 feet, which is selected. MSA 3,800 the highest. Extra fuel and time, we got about 1 ton extra, that gives us roughly 10 minutes. Very good. Hotspots for the departure, I really don't see any over here. Stop margin for rejected takeoff is about 1 kilometer. Engine outside straight at 6 miles outbound, then a left turn to Vipa VOR, climb to 4,000, that's going to keep us safe. An immediate return over here is possible, and is also the best option since we've got the longest runway in the area, and we also got maintenance over here. Special operation, non-standard operation, I don't really see anything, so do you see any threats for the departure? Well, it is rather late at night, and I do feel a little bit tired, so yeah, tiredness is probably the greatest threat we got for the departure. I do agree with you, and in order to manage that, we're going to maximize use of the autopilot system, so we'll engage it soon after takeoff, and then we'll have a little bit more free capacity. Sounds good to me. Okay, very good. Then let's go ahead with the B4 start checklist. Down to the line. Cockpit prep completed. Fuel quantity. That's 9,000 kilograms. Takeoff data. So that is in, but flex temperature 6.3. That's the reason we do checklists, isn't it? Okay, takeoff data set. Altimeters, QNH 1011, reading 280. Set left, set right. Brake anti-skid, normal on, windows and doors, to go. Okay, before start checklist complete, down to the line. With the windows and doors obviously still to go. So, how's the loading looking? Is there any ramp agent or any dispatcher nearby? That looks to me like they're pretty much done over here. Okay, Well, if that's the case, then... okay. Main door is closed. So, ground from cockpit. Go ahead. Okay, so, did you receive the load sheet already? Negative, we don't have a load sheet yet. Okay. Well, I'm gonna start the APU anyway. Might take him a little while, but I don't really care. Alright, what's GSX about to do? Boarding crew now. No. Reset position. That's better. Okay, we got a load sheet now. Very good, let's go. So, zero fuel weight is 107.1. Okay, that is like 7.5 tons more than what we planned, but we do have the extra fuel, so it's fine. Okay, 107.1. And that is the gross weight of 115.6. And that is 115.6, perfect. Okay, zero fuel weight CG 27.5. Very good. Then let's just run that through the numbers one more time. And gross weight CG 29.9 is correct. So that's 0.1 up trim. Okay, that is 0.1 up. Okay, looking good. So, APU surveil. Ground from cockpit. Go ahead. So, you can disconnect the ground power unit and the chocks. Park and brake is set, and we are ready to go when you are. Roger. Alright, let's get our IFR clearance. Call delivery hello, Postman 167 at Echo 42 information, Alpha request clearance to Leipzig. Postman 167, Cologne delivery hello, cleared to Leipzig, port upon Quebec departure, flight plan route, climb by SID 5000, squawk 2107. Okay, Postman 167, cleared to Leipzig, port upon Quebec departure, climb 5000, squawk 2107. Read back correct and report ready for startup on 121.730. 12173, Postman 167. Bye bye. Okay, so let's see. Port upon Quebec is confirmed, climbing 5,000 feet, and we got 2107 on the squawk. That's looking good. Request pushback, please. Ground from cockpit. Go ahead. So, please confirm doors and hatches closed, ground equipment removed, and bypass pin is installed. And that's all confirmed. Roger, call you back. Call delivery hello, Postman 167 Heavy, Echo 42 request pushback and startup. Postman 167, call delivery hello, pushback approved. Pushback approved, Postman 167. Okay. So, ground cockpit, go ahead. Pushback approved. Runway 14 left. Roger that, release brakes. Stand by. So, nose to the right is correct. Parking brake released, clear to push. Roger, clear push and stand by for engine start. Roger. Before start checklist below the line. Windows and doors. Closed, beacon on, parking brake released. Before start checklist complete. Okay, so that pushback is, well, almost on time. Fast mode's coming on, doors closed, perfect. Okay, waiting to clear the gate area, then we can commence our engine start. Let's go to dim already. Cockpit ground, you're clear, start engines. Roger, start sequence 2 then 1, and we're starting engine 2. Roger. Okay, engine 2 start. N2. Oil pressure. N1. Just a quick comparison. Gross weight is now 115.5 and a takeoff was calculated at 115.6. Okay, that's good enough. Fine. Starting engine 1. Engine 1 start. Okay, pushback complete. Please set parking brake. Parking brake is set, you are clear to lower the aircraft, remove ground equipment and device when clear please. N2, oil pressure, N1. So, where's the ground crew? Are they doing something already? Can't really see them yet, huh? Brake is set, they should be working. Ground cockpit, go ahead. 2 good engine starts, clear disconnect. Show me the cleared sign on the left side with a pin, please, and have a good day. Okay, thanks. Clear disconnect. The airplane is prepared for taxi. Clear to the left and have a good day and Happy New Year. Roger. So, anti-ice remains off for now. So, there's the talk. Where is the ramp agent? Oh, there she is. Okay. Hand signal received after start checklist. Pitch trim. That's up 0.1 set. Rudder trim 0. Spoilers armed. Slats flaps 15 and 15. Ecam status checked. Anti-ice off. Hand signal received. After start checklist complete. Okay, flight control check. Full up. Full down. Neutral. Full left. Full right. Neutral. Rudder. Full left. Full right. Neutral. Okay. Clear left side. Clear right side. Request taxi, please. Postman 167, request taxi. Postman 167, taxi holding point Romeo 1 for left via Alpha 5. Taxi holding point 1 for left, Alpha 5. Postman 167. Okay, clear left side, clear right side, taxi straight out, and then the right hand side. Okay, brake off. Brake check. Pressure 0. And it will roll all on its own. Okay, I have no changes to the takeoff briefing. Everything stays exactly as we briefed it. Yes, sir. Okay. Before takeoff checklist down to the line. Flight controls, checked. Flight instruments, checked. Briefing, confirmed. V1, VRV2 flex temp. 154, 163, 163, flex temperature 63. That's 154, 163, 163, flex 63. Slats flaps, 15, 15. Takeoff, config, normal for takeoff. Before takeoff checklist complete down to the line. Okay, Alpha 5 is to the right over here. Postman 167 ready for departure. Postman 167 roger, contact tower 124.98 and have a good flight. Happy New Year. 124.98, Postman 167, bye bye. Call tower low, Postman 167 heavy, ready for departure. Postman 167, call tower low, line up Romeo 1 for left. Line up 1 for left, Postman 167. Okay. Clear on the approach. And clear on the right side. Okay, lining up. B4, takeoff checklist below the line. Transponder. Tara. T-cars. Tara. Auto brake. Max and ignition. Off. Before takeoff checklist complete. Postman 167, wind 120 at 5, Romeo 1 for left, clear for takeoff, bye bye. 1 for left, clear takeoff, Postman 167, bye bye. Okay, are you ready? Yes. Takeoff. You don't see those lights anyway, do you? Ah, here they are. Okay, thrust set. 100 knots. Checked. V1. Rotate. Positive climb. Gear up. Gear up. Command 1. Profile thrust, profile climb. Flap 0. Speed check, flap 0. Okay, passing 2000, I'm calling departure. Slats 0. Speed check, slat 0. Long radar low, Postman 167 heavy, 2600, climbing 5000, POTIP 1 Quebec departure. Postman 167, long radar low identified, climb via SID, flight level 140. Climb via SID, flight level 140, Postman 167. 4000 blue. Checked. Set standard. Standard cross check, passing flight level 54 now. Checked. After takeoff climb checklist. Slats flaps, retracted, landing gear, up neutral, packs, on, altimeters. Standard set. After takeoff climb checklist complete. Okay, we finally made it out of Cologne. But don't think things would stop here. Things are indeed gonna go quite fast. Postman 167, proceed direct POTIP, contact long radar 135.65. Direct to POTIP 135.65. Postman 167, bye. Okay, direct to POTIP, and then 135.65. Long radar low, Postman 167 heavy, flight level 903, climbing 140, inbound POTIP. Postman 167, long low identified, climb flight level 200. Climb flight level 200, Postman 167. Flight level 200 blue. And we're passing 10,000. Okay, that is all looking good. We can clear the radios. Alright, and copy active. Looks good. Okay, happy you turned on the lights? Yes, sir. Okay, dome light coming on, dim. Without the dome light, it's really easy to fall asleep during night flights, so that's the reason why we normally turn it on. Alright, so if you would think that things would become a little bit more relaxed now on a short flight like this, you are really mistaken. I don't have any real-world frequencies for the next couple of sectors until we get back into the approach, so this one we're on right now. Until now we used all the correct frequencies that we would have used in real world as well. From here on, for the en route frequencies, I'm gonna improvise a little, so I'm taking some of them straight out of the Navigraph en route charts, where some frequencies are listed, but unfortunately by far not sorted the way you would expect to find them in the real world. However, a couple good things that we will normally experience is that flying at this time in the night, you would get really good directs from air traffic control. And that's probably exactly what we're gonna get now. Postman 167, proceed direct Kojak. Direct to Kojak, Postman 167. And here we go, to Kojak. Insert. Postman 167, climb flight level 230 and contact Bremen radar 124.675. Climb flight level 230, 124.675. Postman 167. Bye bye. So 124.675. Bremen Radar, frohes neues Jahr. Postman 167 Heavy, level 168, climbing 230, inbound Koyak. Postman 167, Bremen Radar, hello, identified. Okay, can I give you the control so that I can start the approach setup already? Yes. Okay, you have control. I have control. So the top of descent is somewhere over there, a beam Koyak, but that is not going to be correct. We will descend much earlier. That's the reason I'm giving over controls already. So, Kojak 1 Victor, that's probably what we're going to fly. It's really just from Kojak, taking you directly into the downwind, and then you're going to join the ILS approach. If we just have a quick look into the runway, let's get the latest weather. It's 170 at 7, so that's going to be runway 26 in use over in Leipzig. Even though with that wind we could we could consider runway 08 actually. Even though 26 is normally their preferred runway system. Both are going to work. So if we just have a quick look into the charts, then that would be the Kojak 1 Romeo then, I suppose. Which, as you can see, is literally just bringing you straight into a downwind over here so that they can sort you in and send you into the final. Both is going to work. I tell you what, let's go for runway 08. Why not? So approach then is going to be an ILS 08 right, like we've got it over here. So ILS 8 right, Kojak 1 Romeo, insert. Okay, approaching. Vertical speed, alt blue. 1000 to go. Checked. And just quickly gonna change this. 3 to 5 is what we're looking for. Perfect. Okay, so Kojak now still at level 230. We are going to change that. And we'll make it Kojak at or below level 100. That should give us a much better top of descent as well now. Oh yeah, here it is. 80 miles out. Very good. Hold star. Profile is active again. We are still outside the icing conditions. Very good. Okay. So that's all looking good to me. Quick check through the econ pages. Just to be sure our plane's doing what it's supposed to do. Looking good. Transponder going into below. All the T-cars, I should say. And the range is going up. Cool. Okay then, let's continue with this. 11175 and 082. Alright, minimum 628, so 630 it will be. Somewhere around here. And we'll set that on both sides. Okay, cool. So, we got the shortcut, so let's just check the most important stuff over here. Arrival, Kojak 1 Romeo. Yeah, that looks exactly like what we got on the chart, so I'm happy with that. Then we can start directly in the approach. With an ILS approach onto 8 right. So, Gamco in 3000 is mandatory. Prior to that is Delta Papa 442. And we've got 442, then Gamco in 3000, looking good. Missed approach then is going to be climb 1082 to Sierra Kilo Zulu NDB or 900, whichever is later. So 357 can go into the ADF. Like that, looking good. And it's even receiving something, even though we're still too far out, so you can't really count on it yet. Okay, and then turn right, radial 235 Lima Echo Golf to 34 DME, so we can put Lima Echo Golf down here. Not in database. Why is that? Sometimes I really don't understand where that comes from. But okay, so be it. In any case, the important thing is going to be down here. So, Sierra Kilo Zulu 900, intercept 235 outbound. To that uniform point, that looks about okay. Then it's gonna be... yeah, right-hand turn and via Golf Oscar Tango towards Zanu, from where we can start the ILS again. Okay, that is perfectly fine for me. Good. Auto brake low should do perfectly. Let's just verify it once more. Landing an 8 right, come off, yeah, Sierra 6 down here. That's more than sufficient runway, and then we park directly down here. Okay, looking good. Okay. So, when you have checked everything, then I am ready for the approach briefing at any moment. Okay. Then the Mora is 2,800 feet for most likely a shortcut after Kojak. Otherwise, we got the Kojak 1 Romeo arrival in there for an ILS approach 08 right. The minimum 630, which we can just set over here correctly as well. Go around trajectory straight at 900 feet, Sierra Kilo Zulu NDB, right and turn out. Climb into 3,000, I do believe. Let's just verify that again, and the extra fuel and time is 35 minutes in form of 2.6 tons of fuel. Okay, and the missed approach is 4,000 feet. Okay, guides for the approach is going to be localizer and glide slope, landing flaps 30-40, stop margin is more than sufficient, reverses idle, auto brakes low. Planned runway exit, as we just said, out to the right hand side, and then we end up straight at the apron. And the hotspot over there is obviously that we have a very short taxi in, so maybe vehicles in the area who can't prepare because they don't see the airplane coming. That's a possible threat for the arrival. Do you see any other threats? Nope, to be totally honest, I don't see any threats. Okay, perfect. So the only way to mitigate against those vehicles is by going slow and cross-checking ATC clearances. Any questions? No? Very good. That's the arrival briefing complete. Postman 167, contact Munich radar 13 133.675. 133.675. Postman 167. Bye. Munich Radar, good evening. Postman 167, flight level 230 in Koyak. Postman 167, Munich Radar, hello. Identified descent flight level 150 at 1000 feet a minute or greater. Postman 167, descent level 150, 1000 or greater. Speed, vertical speed, alt, flight level 150 blue. Checked. And down we go. So it doesn't look like there's any icing coming up. So I'm happy with that as it is for now. Okay, very good. So let's see. Munich Radar North 126065. We can already pre-select that, because that is pretty surely going to be the next frequency. Like that. And always keeping the heading bug up to date here. And as you can see, it's quite a busy flight, even though it is 40 minutes, but it's really 40 minutes very well spent, isn't it? Retard speed. By how far are we above the profile now? 850. Yeah, not a problem. Easily catch that back. Postman 167, any speed restriction? Negative, free speed. Postman 167, roger. And Postman 167, descent flight level 100, contact arrival 126065. Bye bye. Descent level 100, 126065, Postman 167, bye. Okay, flight level 100 blue. Arrival low, Postman 167, heavy level 192, descending 100, inbound Kojak, information, whiskey. Postman 167, arrival low, expect vector silence right, and continue present heading. Continue present heading, Postman 167, vector silence right. Heading select. Okay, you think that's gonna be straight in? Yeah. Okay, direct Delta Papa for 442, please. 442. Insert. Okay then, looking good. What does VNAV say? 1500 high. Interesting, now it's 1900. Yeah, it's gonna be fine. It's 45 miles to destination. We're in 16,000. Yeah, I might use a little bit of speed brake here. Okay, seatbelts are on. Postman 167 to the right heading 090. Right 090, Postman 167. Approaching. Checked. Speed brake is in. And the lights are coming off. Okay, that's Leipzig in the back there. Or is it Schkeuditz? Might be Schkeuditz. Leipzig is a little bit to the left if I'm not mistaken. 2000 to go. Checked. Speed, vertical speed. Okay, so it's airspace class Echo around Leipzig in the upper area between 70 and 100, but it's nighttime, so I don't expect any VFR traffic, so we'll just let it fly like that, okay? Okay. So what is it now? 32 miles, 10,000 feet. Yeah, it's okay. A little bit high, but as soon as ATC clears us lower, we can continue that descent. Postman 167, request further descent. Postman 167, descent flight level 70. Descent flight level 70, Postman 167. Flight level 70, blue. Speed. Okay, GPS primary high accuracy is confirmed. Check. Postman 167, contact director 129.765, ciao. 129.765, Postman 167, ciao. Director, hello, Postman 167 heavy. Postman 167, director, hello, expect ILS 0 right, and turn right 5 degrees, descend 5,000 feet, QNH 1013. Right 5 degrees, descend 5,000, QNH 1013, Postman 167. $5,000 blue, set QNH. QNH 1013, cross check passing 8,800. Now. Checked. Approach checklist, please. Science. On. Briefing. Confirmed. Ecam status. Checked. Altimeters. QNH 1013. Cross checked. Minimums 670 set. Ignition. Continuous. Landing elevation 450 set. Approach checklist complete. So when we're on an ATC vector like we are right now, quite easy to judge. Getting down to 5,000 over here, we're going to be in 3 over here, so we can say that right now we're a little bit high. Obviously we can just put up the ILS, and as soon as we receive something we're going to see it. But let's correct for it a little bit earlier, so a bit of speed brake once again should help nicely getting down. The target now obviously is, for me as a pilot, to make it as, let's say, to make it as little thrust usage as possible. So for that reason I'm aiming for the continuous descent now. Postman 167, cleared ILS 0 right. Cleared ILS 0 right, Postman 167. Lock blue. Okay, we're cleared for the ILS. That means we can descend on our own to 3,000 feet. $3,000 blue. Checked. It's about 5 miles to lose the speed. That's looking pretty good if we just continue like this. Approaching. Checked. Okay, let's put the speed brake in. Perfect weather conditions. Just a quick last check of the QNH, making sure I didn't mess anything up. But it's 1013, perfect. $1,000 to go. That's a good moment to start pulling back the speed. We'll start at 220. Then tower south 121-105, we can pre-select that. Localize our live. Glide slope blue, cut 3, dual. Checked. Block star. Postman 167 established. Postman 167, roger, contact tower 121-105, bye-bye. 121-105, Postman 167, bye. Leipzig Tower, guten Abend und frohes neues Jahr, Postman 167 Heavy, ILS 0 at right. Postman 167, Leipzig Tower, hello, continue. Continue, Postman 167. Slats 15. Speed check, slats 15. Speed, glass slope star. Go around altitude 4000 set. Ah, that was a pretty good idle profile, I have to say. I really like that. Runway heading 082 set. Okay, gear down. Flaps 15. Yeah, that speed better really start coming back now. Flaps 20. Speed checked. Flap 20. Okay, 126. So 131 is going to be our final approach speed. Provided that is coming down now. So let's see, 500, so 1000 is the stable gate. Just sitting in idle, nothing's happening. Okay, that's not working. Go around, flaps. Okay, thrust go around, out blue. Positive climb, gear up. Nav. Postman 167 going around, unstable approach. Postman 167, roger. Hold star. No, don't run back, don't run back. And what are you doing? You're supposed to fly to the right. Let's give it a moment. I want to see if it's doing it or not. But that does not look like it. Okay, heading select. Flap 0. And slat 0. Let's do 220 here. Should be more than sufficient. Postman 167, contact arrival 126.175. See you later. 126.175, Postman 167, bis später. Arrival hello, Postman 167, heading 082, missed approach. Postman 167, roger, turn right, heading 240. Right, heading 240, Postman 167. After takeoff climb checklist. Okay, sled flaps, retracted, landing gear, up, neutral, packs, on, altimeters, QNH 1013. After takeoff climb checklist complete. Okay, so what just happened there? Well, the plane just wouldn't decelerate. Had a little look at the wind there, and looks like we just had a wind shift and we couldn't lose any speed. So, yeah, let's quickly talk about our options. We got 5.5 tons of fuel on board here, so an immediate action is not necessary there. What's our final reserve, just to see our options? So, obviously we're at 0 extra now, that's for sure. 2.2 is our final reserve, diversion to Erfurt. Yeah, we could do that, we could leave it. I don't really see an advantage in either. Postman 167, turn right, heading 260. Right, 260, Postman 167. Okay, that's our parking position down there. It's free, I can see it. Okay, look at that wind. 30 knots of wind. That obviously explains it. So with 30 knots tailwind on the approach, it's probably just turning immediately above the runway, is it? What's the latest? 160 at 9. Yeah, that's actually slightly in favor of runway 08 now. So we are definitely going to stay with 08. Yeah, we'll just have to configure the plane a little bit earlier, and that's it. If you're happy, we'll commit landing here at Leipzig. It's 2 runways available. I don't see any reason not to. Yep. Okay. Then it's your controls, and I'll do a setup for second approach. That actually looks pretty good already. Let's see, can we use those? Yeah. Okay, perfect. For the approach itself, certainly 30 and 40. 125 approach speed, go around data, it's looking okay. So we'll try that once more with the auto brake low. And that should be it. Okay, so for the approach itself, everything's going to stay exactly the same. We'll just configure the plane a little bit earlier if that's okay with you. Yes sir, it surely is. Alrighty. Approach checklist. Science on, briefing confirmed, ecam status checked, altimeters, QNH 1013. Minimums 630 set. Ignition continuous, landing elevation 450 set. Approach checklist complete. Yeah, that is quite a bit of tailwind indeed, 30 knots. That explains why we couldn't lose any speed. When that tailwind is dying off, I believe it started somewhere at about 1,300, 1,400 foot or so. Not 100% sure anymore. And yeah, no big surprise we couldn't lose any speed intercepting with such a low drag profile as we did. Okay, well, second time's the charm, as they say. And this, guys, is exactly how you'd handle a situation like that. You carry out the go-around when you see that you can't make the stable gate, then you talk to a traffic control, they're gonna get you in somehow, and then you just make a decision. And I do think it's absolutely fair to say that we're gonna stay over here. It's a little bit tailwind on the approach, but on the runway it's fine. Fuel-wise, we are absolutely not critical since we took a little bit of extra. The weather is otherwise good. We got 2 runways available, so perfectly good to go. Okay. Postman 167, contact director 120840. 12084, Postman 167, see ya. Director low, Postman 167. Postman 167, direct hello. How many track miles do you need? Postman 167, we're happy it turns in the beam Gonko. Roger, descend 3000 and expect the turn in a few miles. Roger. Flaps 1. Or slats 15, that way around. Speed check, slats 15. Postman 167 to right heading 350. Right heading 350, Postman 167. Flaps 15. Speed checked, flaps 15. Okay, direct to Gamco. Insert. Postman 167 turn right heading 04, correction 050, cleared LS 08 right. Right 050, cleared LS 08 right, Postman 167. Glass low localizer blue, cat 3 dual. Checked. Lock star. Glass slope star. Go around altitude 4000 set. Postman 167 established. 167 roger, contact tower 120-105. Bye. 20105, Postman 167, bye. Okay, gear down, flaps 20. Okay, gear down, flaps 20. Leipzig Tower low again, Postman 167, ILS 08 right. Flaps 40. Speed checked, flaps 40. Postman 167, Leipzig Tower low, winds 16089, runway 08 right, clear land. 08 right, clear land, Postman 167. And that is a little slow for my taste, let's make it 135. Landing checklist. Landing gear, down 3 green, auto brake, low, anti-skids, checked, slats flaps, 30-40, spoilers, armed, landing checklist complete. Look at that, now the amber band is getting lower, interesting. Let's go back to 130 then. Okay, now the wind is turning, that's why we're gaining the speed. Manual flight. Yeah, that wind is pushing us a bit there. And set runway track. Runway track 082 set. Land. Approaching minimum. Minimum. Continue. Interesting, the glide slope and the localizer are once again completely out of sync. Spoilers, reverse green, decel. Manual brakes. Auto brake disarm. 70 knots. Looks like we can even easily take the first exit here. Eurotrans 167, can we vacate first right? Eurotrans 167, affirm vacate first right. Roger. Eurotrans 167, contact ground 121.805, bye. 121.805, Eurotrans 167, bye. Ground low, Eurotrans 167, runway vacated. Eurotrans 167, ground low, hold position, standby for marshaller. Roger, Eurotrans 167, hold in position. As typical Germany. You arrive, they had plenty of time to prepare for you, and then they don't have a marshaller or the gate position is not prepared. You can decide. Plenty of options how they can mess you over in the last couple of moments. After landing checklist. Slat flaps, retracting, transponder, XPDR, weather radar, off, spoilers, disarmed, APU, starting. After landing checklist complete. Eurotrans 167, taxi, stand 406 with a marshaller, bye bye. 406 with a marshaller, Eurotrans 167, bye. It's probably down here, is it? Yeah, 406. So now the big question is, how long is GSX going to take to get us the marshaller? We'll see. We'll wait and see. Okay, we've got 2 minutes since engine low thrust operation, so shut down engine 2. Now the big question is just, where is the follow me? On the runway! Oh, lovely! Sometimes GSX is such a... Oh boy. New year and I'm already cursing about GSX on the first video. Okay. That's gonna be a lovely start then. So where is he? Over there. Is he coming now? Looks like it. Okay. There he is. Let's turn the lights off and we can at least see him a little better. He's going into the grass. Oh boy. Okay, nose light off. Where is he going? Well, one thing we gotta say for sure, with GSX, it's never getting boring. The interesting thing now is, when the marshaller doesn't go over the lines, it means that we are not supposed to either. So we'll have to cut this one short a little bit. And quite important, when you are following a marshal law, do put that taxi light off. Otherwise you're just gonna blind them. Okay, that's 408. We got 406, so it's probably the next one. Yeah, it is. Okay, lights off. Very hard to see the taxi line down here, but this seems about right. Okay, the guidance system is on. A306 is correct. Would be lovely if we were able to actually read those numbers. Here we go. Okay, brake set. APU on. And shutdown. Well, suppose we can't say cabin crew all doors in park, can we? Okay, parking checklist. APU bleed on. Engines off. Differential pressure 0. Lights and signs are off. Fuel pumps off except 1. Window and probe heat off. Parking brake shocks. Parking brake set. Parking checklist complete. Alright then guys, that is our very first flight in 2024, and we started straight with a go-around. Who would have envisioned that? Okay, they're working on the cargo doors, then let's make sure that we open the main deck cargo for them. Oh, that's interesting, positioning of the stairs here. That's very interesting. Alright, so we want 145 degrees, open. Okay, so thank you very much, gentlemen. I do hope that you have absolutely enjoyed this one. If you did, then do take note of that little bonus out there with that lovely livery we got over here, which is a real-world DHL/EAT livery. Seen that one so often at the real Cologne, and it's just a beautiful livery, isn't it? So, can absolutely recommend you to give this one a try. And then I see you all again on the next one. Happy New Year once again. I'm really looking forward to see you all throughout 2024 and beyond. And in the meantime, if you did like the video, be sure to leave a like in YouTube, as even in 2024 it still helps the algorithms. And then if you're up for more, don't forget to subscribe for the channel. Thank you very much for your attention, thank you for watching, and I see you all again on the next one.